Same farm, different part of it. I didn't get the equipment moved over here yesterday like I originally planned. And I've got to tail out of here today about 1 o'clock to go look at some more timber just a few miles from here. So I'd say today Dad and I'll just cut, get these things on the ground. And then tomorrow I'll get things moved over here and probably put in one of those good 12 or 14 hour days. These cows are going to be a problem today because they're going to be up here thinking they're going to get fed right in the way of things. Dad's already up and going. We both had to sharpen our saws this morning. I just run a semi-skip chain where Dad runs a full skip, so he's not got near as many cutters on his chain. He's running a round chain where I like this square chain a lot of times. And every morning before either one of us start, a lot of people always ask us about our saws and maintenance and all that. I don't think there's a big secret to saws and upkeep on them. I run 91 or higher octane fuel with still full synthetic mix. Every morning I take my air cleaner off, knock it out. That's normal for a day's cutting for us on a still air cleaner. I've heard guys talk about how they're junk or how Huskies are better. Don't know, never run a Husky, not interested in them. We've had good luck with the steels as far as the durability of the saws. I've had guys talk about how their steels, how they've had them blow up. Knock on wood, we've really never had any problems with these things. We've never had any blow up or come apart or anything like that. And we don't do anything special to them. We don't mod them. They're just simple saws. Just good gas, good mix. As far as bar and chain oil, I buy whatever's cheapest. Right now, it is Country Tough from Orscheln's. They are the winners for our bar and chain oil selection right now. So I'm going to fuel up, then I'm going to go over here and start in this draw. Once we can chew these cattle out of here, we'll start cutting there. Dad's going to work on these two guys on the hill. And all the timber is pretty much this way today. That could not have went more perfect. So you seen what I did here on this double, right above where it crotched there. I just cut into it a little bit, down each side, not too much, because with the heart of the leans both trees had, if I would have cut much more, this far side might have gone before I wanted it to. It's bleeding a little, the sap, but still a good tree. Now these short pieces like this, had this been a few foot longer, we probably could have just cut above the crotch, but it was so short, we'd have had a lot of waste wood. So this was really the best option for it, because now we can come in here, we'll round this log off, more or less block it off back here on the flares. We'll still get 2 really good logs out of each butt piece. Best option to do on trees like that. Prime example of pretty much a salvage right here. I think the tree will cut good, I really do, but like a lot of these trees out here in these open fields and pastures, lightning amongst other things has just worked them over the years. You can see here she's in bad shape. Bad shape. It's a good sized tree, a lot of footage in it, and it's really got a good log. It should have a good 9-foot log. Got a bit of a cat face right there from an old limb from years and years ago. But first, before we cut this one, I think we need to get these 2 guys down out of the way. Dad, he's knocked down a big one right there. Years ago, you can see the old stumps. We'll look at them later in these brush piles like ahead of Dad's truck. There was some really big walnut cut out of this pasture, just like the walnut we cut last week. Judging by the stumps, same size if not bigger. So I'm guessing me and Dad were talking about probably at least 20 years ago. want to get my skid steer moved over there to where we're cutting at today. Like I said, it's just a quarter of a mile, maybe just a little over a quarter, but I doubt it's a half. So we're not going very far. I'd rather haul it. I don't like roading the skid steer very far, at least on the pavement. That's not a real busy road. It actually turns into gravel right down here, about a mile, mile and a half. But still, I'd just as soon haul it, and I'm going to haul the skidder too. Now, when I got over here, I was kind of looking. Kind of looks like I've got a low skidder tire, which is kind of odd. I'm not seeing any puncture marks or anything. I've been looking it over, but it definitely looks low. I don't know where I've been to run over something. It'd have to be kind of a slow leak. Part of the joys of logging. You never know what you're gonna get into. Every day is different, and people think they've got it bad and they've got a flat tire. Well, generally when we have a flat tire on a log skidder, we're looking at a minimum $500 to get it fixed. That's with a service call, because you've usually got to call in a truck and come out here. And if the tire's not ruined, you're looking at $500, maybe more, depending on how far they've got to come. That's putting a new tube in it, getting everything up. These tires, they run just a little under $2,000 a tire. So it's a bad day when you ruin a tire. So we try to take really good care of them, use our blade a lot when we're going through the timber. We're pretty fortunate. We get a lot of hours out of a set of tires. A lot of that's just because usually when you're the one writing the check and buying them, you're trying to take care of them the best you can. So we run with our blades down every chance we get, not to run over treetops and debris. But definitely looking at both front tires. This one looks a little low. We'll probably check the pressure on it. I don't know if I'll do it today. I'd like to get everything moved over today. Then I've got to go look at this timber, so that's going to be our focus. Now, before we fire that skid steer up, we're going to go over here and fill back up with hydraulic oil. This ridiculously expensive stuff, and I was told at the dealership the other day, depending on what system you're putting fluid into, this machine takes two different types of oil. I mean, of course, you've got your engine oil, yeah, but you've got your hydraulic oil, which is what we've got for that system. Then they were talking about I guess there's a separate system for your finals, pumps in there. So they said that takes a totally separate kind of oil, which is news to me. So checking the hydraulic oil on this is pretty simple. Deere's got that right anyway with a sight gauge, and it's a big sight gauge where it's easy to read. And as you can see, she's not showing anything, so we're definitely low, which I knew we were Friday when I run it, just to stack those logs. I wanted to get the boom up. We'll go to the truck and get a funnel, because I don't want to make a mess. And that stuff's too expensive to pour on the ground. So pretty simple here. Once I get the dust off everything, engine oil, hydraulic oil. That's not too bad. Watch this. I try not to set it there we get too much debris on it. So I feel like to be a logger, you got to be somewhat of a MacGyver. This is my funnel, a 2-stroke mix with the top cut out. I thought I had a funnel on the truck, and usually I do, but for some reason it has disappeared. I don't know if the gnomes or the gremlins have got it, what's happened to it, but it's not there. So what I did, I actually filled up my jug for my gas. I just poured a mix in there and filled it up. Ignored the cutting job there, because I used a set of dikes to cut that. Then I just took some gasoline, washed that out, dried it off on the inside. So now we'll go ahead and fill up with hydraulic. So we'll probably put at least 2 gallons in, and it's almost to the top of where it needs to be on the sight gauge there. And actually I stopped when it was about halfway. I guess it's such a long way from the top of the tube to the reservoir. It kept climbing, so I'm glad I stopped where I did. Didn't overfill the system. So yeah, being 2 gallons low, that's quite a bit. Of course, my makeshift funnel fell out, and you can see a little bit of oil there. I got a little liberal with pouring it in, and it started to kind of flood and come up through the bottom and overflowed a little bit, but not too much. So definitely on the agenda this week, so this thing's going to go to the car wash and get a good bath because she's filthy. It needs a good power wash. So let's go ahead and get everything loaded up and hooked up, and we'll get shuffled over there. We got just enough time to grab a few logs and get them out here. Before anybody says anything, the window police here, it's dirty. It's hydraulic fluid. It tracks dirt. It'll be clean when I go power wash it. But for now, it's dirty. Chunk here Dad cut. Big log, big log. Get her all cut off there, that's alright. Alright, we're going to shut it down for today. Early day as far as the logging in goes, just because I got to go look at this timber. It's all part of the job. There's some days it is hard to get a lot done just because all the appointments we got to make to keep timber ahead of us. It's really a full-time job in itself, just buying timber and keeping timber, you know, a fair amount of timber ahead of us. That way we've always got something to do and somewhere to go. So leaving early today to do that, which before I did that, I wanted to get some logs piled up here next to the highway because this is one of the best forms of advertisement there is. This, like I said, there's not a lot of traffic on this road, but at the same time, there's enough that I want to do this right here because people see this and people see the cleanup, how it looks when we're done. People get to talking, get to asking questions. They already know we're over in the area. Next thing you know, you got neighbors wanting you to cut their timber, so on and so forth. And that's part of what keeps us going. Pretty good logs, got some size to them. No high-end logs, just some big, good, heavy lumber logs. Stuff that'll saw a lot of 8-quarter and heavier lumber. I like them. I like them all. I'm not particular. I loved them every one. So that's it for today. Guys, I say it all the time and I can't say it enough. Thank you so much for watching our channel. I'm going to head over just a little west of here. We're going to go see if we can buy a bunch more trees so we can make some more videos in the upcoming future. I'm sure I'll see you before Christmas, but if not, have a very Merry Christmas. Hey guys, if you like what you see, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe to our channel for all of our latest videos.